Charlo and Canelo, who do you have winning?
I mean, like I said, if Charlo can take a page out of Bivol's book, keep it distance, don't get greedy, don't try to get caught up in the brawling, he could win the fight. You know what I mean? But he got to be smart. Do Can he box? I believe he can, but I don't think he's the best boxer, like skill wise. Like, you know what I mean? He got good skills, but I don't think he like super boxer. And I think his ego is big enough where if Canelo hit him to the body really hard or hit him with a hook or something up top, he would want to fight after that. So if he gets sucked into Canelo's game where he's going to sit in the middle and try to brawl with him, I think he loses. But if he stay behind his jab and he take his time, pick at him, I think he can win the fight.
So you have it at 50-50 going in?
Yeah, for sure.
I, I have leaning towards Canelo for the size
Hmm.
and the chin. We forget about Canelo's chin. I
Yeah,
don't know much about Charlo's chin, but Canelo, I mean, you know what I mean?
yeah,
You hit him with a Louisville Slugger, he's not going to go anywhere.
yeah,
And the experience and the power.
yeah,
Um, but Charlo, like you said, does have a lot of skill, has a lot of length. Um, you know, he has the tools to do it, but I would have to lean towards Canelo. But that's going to be a good fight. I mean, what do you think about when you heard that fight? I thought it was kind of weird decision for Canelo, at least.
Well, I met the Charlo brothers back in 2000 and I think 14.
Okay.
And the first thing I said when I saw them, I'm like, these motherfuckers is big.
Hmm.
I mean, so again, like I was speaking on earlier, guys losing all this weight between fights. He's fighting at 54, but possibly walking around 190 pounds.
Yeah,
So fighting at 68, I think he'll feel great. You know what I mean? I think 54, he got to kill himself to make 54.
that's insane.
That's insane for a guy's size. So I think fighting at 68, he'll actually feel great. Now, when I think about the style matchup, I'm excited because I know it's going to be a fight. And when you think about it, the Charlos coming out of Texas, even though they from Louisiana or whatever, but coming out of Texas, they have experience fighting Mexicans. When you coming out of that region, the California region, the Las Vegas
Right.
and Arizonas and all that, you're going to fight Mexican fighters. So I don't think this is anything new to him. The only thing new is you fighting the best in the world, which is Canelo Alvarez.
Right. Right. No, that's a good point. You know, yeah, man, I don't know. I did think it was a strange choice for Canelo. Maybe he was trying to take something quote unquote safer for him.
Hmm.
But you know what I mean? Like, because his last two fights he didn't look good. Bivol he lost, and the one before that, if I remember correctly, he didn't look that good against, I think it was a Ryder, right?
Yeah.
So it seems like he's trying to kind of like what Tyson Fury's doing. He's trying to take a
I
little
mean,
easy,
I don't think it's to that extreme because
not as bad, right?
because you fighting a guy who is the undisputed at 154 pounds. So he's not a duck. He not a guy that don't know what's going on. He's like, he's a game guy. But I think also it was more so of PBCs or whoever made the decision. I think it was their call because they knew it would be one of those fights where you like, I got to see this. You know what I mean? So yeah, it sounds a little far fetched when you think about the weight classes, but when you just think about the two men, the two styles, you know what I mean, what they bring to the table, it's
Right.
a great fight.
I guess it was upsetting because people want to. I mean, Benavidez should have been the fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But like
but
that's
I think what it is with Canelo, he's staying clear of Benavidez until he see a hole in his armor. Because at the end of the day, Benavidez is like 23 years old. He's a young kid. You know what I mean? He has a lot of energy. And when you get older, you don't want to deal. It's more so the energy you don't want to deal with.
right.
It's not so much the man, it's just the energy. You like, what the fuck, man? You got to get in there and really fight.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it seems like he's avoiding him, and I'm not saying he's scared or whatever,
Yeah,
but yeah, he's definitely fighting smarter.
yeah.
Um, well, I guess I want to just last thing I want to talk about is the lightweights or the junior welter or whatever, that 35, 40, all those guys.
Right.
Nothing's been really signed yet, right?
Yeah.
But who would you want to see fight of all, Haney, Shakur, Tio, Tank, who am I missing? Loma, uh, of all those guys, who would you want to see fight each other?
I mean, I already spoke on. I wanted to see Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. I want to see Tank and Shakur. I want to see Matias versus Gary Russell, Gary Antoine Russell. I want to see uh, Richard Hitchinson versus uh, what's his name, Regis Prograis. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay.
Uh, it's a lot of good fights. Any of those guys match up, I like it.
Is there any of those guys that you think kind of stands above the rest?
No,
No.
no. Everybody's special. Everybody brings something special to the table, and the only way we'll be able to find out is if they all get in the ring together, or there's some type of tournament style put together. Because it's too much talent between 35 and
A
40.
lot.
Too much. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's too
And
much.
none of them fought each other yet. So,
Right,
except
right,
Loma and Tio.
right.
And Loma's kind of on his way out. People are talking about Loma fighting Inoue, because that's
Yeah,
more likely than
yeah,
you know.
yeah,
Yeah, I like Tank I think Tank is the most talented. I think he has the best resume of all those guys as of now. But Shakur, to me, does have all of the tools to possibly be one of the best fighters we've seen in a long time.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, you think Tank's resume, he do got a good one, but you think Tank resume is better than Devin Haney's, even though Devin Haney has a win over Linares and Lomachenko?
well, so those are the two. He has Loma, not Lomachenko. Haney beat Kambosos, and Linares. Haney beat. He didn't fight Loma.
Hmm.
Uh,
Who? Haney?
yeah, Haney didn't fight Loma, did he?
Yeah, he
No.
just fought him a few months ago.
I'm out of it. I don't even remember that. He fought Loma a few months. Wow.
Yeah, he fought him a
Oh,
few months.
right, right. That close fight. Jesus. Totally forgot about that. Okay. So you know what? Right. And Tank has just um he has like Barrios, he has Cruz, Santa Cruz. So you know
Yeah,
what? You're right. Haney's resume might be a little better. That's a good point.
yeah. Tank has I feel like Tank has a very well timed resume. Like he fought guys at the right time, like the right names at the right
Yeah.
time. You know what I mean? He got some great names. I ain't taking nothing from it, but it's like it was more so like the timing on it too.
Right, right. No, that's a good point. And he fought guys like Ryan Garcia and Rowley, who it was exciting to watch, but they weren't,
Right.
you know,
Yeah, they not made guys.
no, but
They just
they were big,
popular.
right, but big money.
Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, 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 no, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you're right. I guess Haney's resume is a little better, but they still all need to fight each other,
Right,
and that's what we're working on. You know what I
right.
mean? So hopefully soon.